Before this pregnancy, I had a stillbirth and miscarriages, and it was a very negative experience, and I felt that it was intruding a lot on this pregnancy, and I wanted to try and become more positive about it. And that was why I was pleased when I found out about the classes, because it was a chance to be with other women and obviously do a more positive preparation this time.
The women you will see in this video have come to a class in preparation for childbirth. Like Sue, these and many women found that working with the body in ongoing movement and stretch classes gave them a more positive way to prepare for the birth of their babies. In these classes, unlike many others offered to pregnant women, the focus is less on preparation for childbirth through the intellectual function, but more on the preparation of both body and mind through movement and body work. As a dance movement therapist, I work within the body-mind principle, and I believe that it is through body work that the most significant preparation for childbirth takes place. Through ongoing classes, starting early in the pregnancy, a woman grows steadily more in touch with her body, and through this her accompanying emotions. Pregnancy creates a special need for exercise, since extra demands are made on the body from the beginning. Ligaments and joints soften and loosen to make more space in the body and need the protection of well-toned muscles. As the baby grows and pregnancy advances, the body has to carry extra weight, putting strain on the lower back if posture and muscle tone are poor. Regular exercise is necessary if a pregnant woman's body is to remain in good shape and some of the problems of pregnancy, i.e. backache, are to be avoided. Most of the exercises and postures are yoga-based. I have found that yoga-based work is probably the most effective form of body work to prepare a woman for childbirth. For yoga is a discipline not only of the body, but of the whole person. It encompasses physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual health. I place a lot of emphasis in my work on correct posture and body alignment. In pregnancy, the expanding uterus shifts the center of balance and pulls the weight forwards, and therefore correct posture is necessary to maintain balance and to avoid strain on the lower back. By lengthening the spine and opening the chest, more space is made in the body for the baby, and correct breathing is encouraged. This is why I work in small groups primarily, so that I can, if necessary, physically help an individual woman to place her body in the correct way. Forward and that back bone down. Lengthen your spine, take your ribs up and away from your hips. And just take your arms straight up. You should feel very, very straight and lifted in this position. Then just bending at the hips, nowhere else, just the hips. Think of lengthening your back into the center of the room and really stretching forward. Try and lengthen your lower back so your bum has to go out in the opposite direction. That's it. Let go of some of that tension. That's it. And then when you feel you've stretched your back, stick that out more. It makes it easier for me. Let yourself down and then just come up, roll up. But before you start, make sure that the other main benefit of the standing postures is the strengthening and stretching of the legs which occurs, notably of the ligaments at the backs of the knees and the ankles. This builds up stamina and creates healthy and strong feet, and means that a woman can stay upright and mobile for longer periods during her labor. This is an obvious advantage in a long labour. It starts to pull in the back of your legs. Then you get to the stage where you can keep your back straight no longer because gravity is taking the weight of your trunk down. You just let it hang and the blood rushes to your legs. Yeah, just allow it to allow it to sort of hang there. You'll feel quite a lot of pull in the backs of the legs, and that's normal. If you relax in this position, after a while you'll find you'll get quite close to the ground. It's quite a nice pulsating one as well. Be careful about coming up there. The tailor position is extremely beneficial during pregnancy. The inner thighs in particular are stretched and the whole pelvic area is opened. Sitting this way increases the flexibility of the knee and the hip joints and stretches the pelvic area. Who's feeling as if they've got a weak back today? I'll give them an extra boost. I should really use the person who's due next. Can you go down a bit further out on the mat? If you can lift it up and away from my foot, it gives an extra space there. That's it. Now as you breathe out, try and release the hips and take the knees lower down to the ground so that you really open your hip joints. Breathe in, and as you breathe out, you go down. Open. And you've got my weight as well to help you. And then let them come up with the breath in. During the classes, I encourage the women to work in pairs, as this increases their own body awareness as well as sensitivity to each other. An important aspect of working this way is the group support that is engendered, and the links that are formed antenatally often extend into the postnatal period as well. And for many women who would otherwise be isolated in their pregnancies, coming to a regular class provides much needed support.